so that's not fun. To do what we were supposed to be doing, packing. Can't actually afford that at all. And yeah, I just need to sit in colour. I'm just really gutted. Ugh, business is never simple. Hello, good morning and welcome to another studio vlog. Now I have been filming studio vlogs over the last 2 weeks and I've not edited and uploaded them. I'm in two minds as to whether I want to, because a lot of focus was on preparing for a show on Create and Craft, which I deliberately did not advertise as part of a marketing experiment, which I will go into later. And then when I got to Create and Craft, the day I was there, I was just a little bit discombobulated and not quite myself, and I literally filmed nothing. And I didn't film me on the train. And yeah, so there's a lot of prep work. I'm not sure how interesting that will be. So it's currently Thursday because I travelled home Monday on the train. I packed orders all day Tuesday. Yesterday I had to wait in for the every pickup, so I sort of did the house and caught up on ironing. So today's the first day of doing some work, but I am going to do something a bit different. If you watch me here on YouTube or follow me on Instagram, you will know that I do a lot of shorts where I do the reveal, and I think it would be nice to have a nicer setting than just what I have here in the studio, although my studio is beautiful and I'm very grateful, apart from wires. I have an issue with wires, don't like them. But they're an unnecessary evil if you're going to film content. So I thought I might go down to the Islands, which is a place in Inverness. I've filmed a few reels and things there before when I've gone on walks, but I thought it might be a really beautiful setting for doing some of those reveals. So the only thing is I am going to feel a bit self-conscious as well, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to try and take this thing, I'm going to see if I can actually take the ring light part off, otherwise I'm going to look really stupid, but I might just have to deal with the fact I'm going to look stupid. And I'm going to take some of my journals down and some of the products, and let's just see if we can film it. And I think that'll do a couple of things. It'll make it a nicer backdrop. It also kind of really emphasises the fact that I live in the north of Scotland and I'm a Scottish artist, which may do well on socials and things. Gives you a bit more insight into my life, where I live, what I do, that sort of thing. So that is my plan for this morning. Kezia has only got a morning in school today, and then we have a meeting with her new guidance teacher up at the high school at 3 o'clock. So after lunch we're not going to be doing much, which is annoying. I've got loads of filming to do. But anyway, since it's a nice day and that doesn't always happen here, let's do that. So I'm just going to pack a few bits and pieces. I'm going to have a flick through my journals, see what pages I think would be quite good, and I might also take some of the matching stamps so that I can film at least 2 reels. So you can have the reel that turns round like that, and then you can have the transition reel that goes like that, and it just means I've got lots of content ready to go. So let's just get packed. I need you guys now. Hello. So as you can see, I'm back home and in the very glamorous warehouse. The loft, aka the warehouse, yes. I'm up here because I've got a couple of orders to pack. So there's just, the bulk of them went the other day. So you tend to find that you get like a big bulk that they need packed. And then you, for the next couple of days, you get a couple trickling in. So I think there's about 6 orders to pack, not a huge amount. So I'm just going to do that now. And then means when I take Kezia, she's getting a visit up to the high school, just as part of an enhanced transition. So I'm going up there with her and one of her key workers and her new guidance teacher. So, and we're doing that at 3 o'clock, which is just about an hour. So I'm going to pack these, and it means when we go out and do that, I can drop these off at the Every depot. So that's us. I'm trying to arrange the camera. I've seen this cardboard, which I'm going to take down to the studio. Look, it's got a double corrugation. How exciting would that be for a mixed media project? I've got four sheets of it. Let's hoard that. Anyway, to do what we were supposed to be doing, packing. Hello, it is Friday morning. Yesterday I got the footage that I wanted, so that was all good. Kezia got on okay at the high school. She's exhausted today, so today I was actually meant to be out for the day. Got a funeral, hence why I'm dressed in black. So I only have about an hour until I'm getting picked up to go to the funeral. So I'm trying to get a little bit of work done just now. I have an idea of doing one stamp with the new Fruitropolis stamps and doing maybe colouring them with 5 different mediums. Now, alcohol markers I am confident with. Pencils I can probably get away with, feeling fairly confident, but I also want to do biros, crayons, pastels and watercolours, and they are not mediums that I'm overly confident with. So I might just sort of start practising those, and it'd be extra footage to put into the video as well. So I might just start on that, but for today I'm only going to get an hour's work done, and then that'll be it for today. So I will definitely be working over the weekend, but yeah, weekend we have hospital appointments and other things to do as well. But what I'm thinking is I might make this vlog from Thursday to the Sunday so that we've got a little bit of content. Otherwise, it's going to be the shortest vlog in the world. And I think I have decided not to put the other ones up because I think they're going to be completely irrelevant. They're going to be me prepping for going to Create and Craft, which most of you didn't know about. And then it will be, yeah, that like then I got there and said, oh, I'm here and I'm really nervous and blah blah blah, and then I didn't film anything. So I just think it's gonna be real rubbish as a vlog. So we'll just start here. So let's discuss that while we're doing chit chat mode. I should probably move the camera angle a few times to make this more interesting. So yes, I was on Create and Craft last week and I didn't tell anybody, and I'm so sorry. It doesn't feel right. It feels a little bit sort of cloak and dagger and secretive, and I'm really, really sorry, but it was part of a marketing experiment. So Create and Craft, I love going down there, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love going down there. I love being on TV. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoy it. It's great. The presenters are great and I have a hoot when I'm down there. But as a overall company with Create and Craft, they do demand quite a lot from their suppliers. So they do take a huge chunk of profit. And I've always just viewed it as a marketing tool because, you know, that is what it is. It's an expensive marketing tool at the end of the day. You don't make money going to Create and Craft. My business isn't big enough to do that as of yet. So because it is a marketing tool, I needed to make sure, does it actually work? Does it actually bring me in an audience that I don't bring to Create and Craft? Because if I'm taking my audience to Create and Craft and then they're taking this massive percentage and all the other things that they do, then it's not worth it. But if it's a different audience and I'm expanding my audience, then it's an effective marketing tool. And the only way to find out where it sits in my future strategy, because obviously I'm now working with somebody that's helping me with my marketing. I had a whole plan for this launch, which I've not stuck to. It's that age-old adage of I've got great intentions but I have a sick daughter and I'm still finding my way. But yeah, so I was down there, and to be honest, I was expecting the show to do really badly, but it didn't. It actually did okay, and I got similar levels of buyers, even though I didn't actually put a peep out on social media at all. For those of you that are gutted and think I would have liked that, so do not worry. The collection will be coming to my website. There are amazing deals. That's the other thing. Create and Craft take a big chunk of the money. So if I'm not on Create and Craft, you guys can get that saving. So it'd be better for me because I'd be making more money, and it'd be better for you because I can pass on some of those savings. So I have quite a few ideas of a special offer going out to the first few people that purchase. If I can get it organised, I would like to do a free class as well, but I literally will have 2 weeks to get that organised. So yeah, we've got quite a bit to do, and that's the reasoning behind it. If you have any questions, stick them in the comments below, but I'm really sorry if that has come across as like, what is she doing? That is why, and I want to be transparent with you, as I know that I'm changing how my business works. I'm not sure how it's going to work, so at the minute I'm just testing everything. So it was a testing thing that I did, so now that that's been tested, there's not going to be a need for doing that before, but I thought I knew what would happen and how my business would need to pivot, but it didn't quite go as expected, so I might need to go back to the drawing board. Anyway, it's quite good because I didn't want that to be my last show, because I do quite enjoy going down. I enjoy my little trips to Peterborough as well, and I meet up with a friend down there. Like, we went to a spa. I went to a spa on Saturday, it was bliss. And I quite like a little bit of downtime, to be honest, with the show in the middle. So, you know, I don't particularly want to give that up. So I have a new idea now, which I will put to. But anyway, I have now been waffling at this one camera angle, which is like breaking all the rules of keeping it fancy. We're meant to zoom in and out and have different angles to keep your interest. So I'm very sorry that this has been a boring rant. But I also did want to explain myself because, yeah, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. And hopefully you will understand and it'll be okay. But anyway, I am going to try and attempt to, I think I'm going to try the biro colouring. I'm very intrigued by this, and I've attempted it a few times and not quite mastered it. So I might just have a little play. I actually fancy, I bought a few sketch pads recently. Let's have a look. Yeah, I have this little sketchbook here, which is meant to be able to take pencils, markers and paint. Yeah, it might probably fit most of my stamps actually, but I think I might use this just to experiment with colouring. So yeah, so I might just get out some of the stamps. I'm going to try the parrot and the orange, try them with biro and see how we get on, and then if I pick up a few hints and tips, then I can share that when I do the actual colouring on the video. Yeah, so let's just do that. And I just need to sit in colour, to be honest. I'm so discombobulated. It's, yeah. I've actually offered to my daughter, going, do you want to homeschool? Because I think it would be easier, because at least then I'd know I was homeschooling and I could make a plan of times I'm down here and times I can do this. Whereas I make a plan and then like today it's like, no, I can't cope with going to school. So then it all gets thrown up in the air, and yeah, I constantly have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, let's just sit in colour. I'm going to put on, do you know what I'm going to put on? I'm going to put on the catnip vlog, because she posted that yesterday, and I've not watched it yet. So I'm going to put that on and I'm going to good morning. It is Tuesday morning. So yeah, I didn't film over the weekend. I thought I would, but I didn't actually film much over the weekend. And I didn't film yesterday because Kezzy had the day off school, because she's doing her transition days to high school today. So because of her current health issues, it was agreed that she would have yesterday off to try and, you know, conserve a little bit of energy, get ready for today. So today she has gone up. I think she was there by 8:15. And she doesn't get out till 3:30, so that's going to be a lot longer than her standard 3 hours. So I'm hoping she's going to be okay. So yeah, hence we still got our jackets on. We did go live last night. Started looking at the new Fruitropolis collection. So we made this little journal page live, but as usual, we went live but left a devastation. I've got a huge to-do list today. I was supposed to be working to a very organised plan ready for the launch next Tuesday. I worked on it with the person who's helping me with my marketing, and it involved Instagram posts and emails and I have not done nearly what I should have, and I'm really kicking myself because, as we said, we tried this experiment that I didn't advertise Create & Craft, so the real focus needed to be on this, and it hasn't had the focus that it needed. So it's been launched a week today. I really need to pull my socks up, but I have a massive to-do list to do. So what we are going to do is tidy up so the environment is clean. Then we will just focus and write that list down so that it's out of my head and on paper, and do our best just to work through as much of it as we can today. So that is the task for today. And that would be why my head is really busy. It's a big old list. This is for the week. So I think I might write a second list underneath for, oh, I'll just take that off. We'll work with 2 lists. Why not? For today. And then we will gradually, hopefully, just work through it. That's all we can do. One step at a time. Okay, so I would like to get more than this done today, but these are priority. I absolutely 100% need all of these ticked off today. So the first thing is to film a Fruitropolis launch. The launch videos don't tend to take too long to do because you're just showing the stamps. I will have to go and put a face on. I do have the boxes that have come back from Create & Craft with the girl samples and things, and also last night, honestly, I made a rookie mistake during my live, but I put the ink on the wrong side of my stamp, so I now have a very black stamp, but I think in there should be the products that came back from Create & Craft as well. So I'm going to pull a few bits and pieces out from that, and then try and get that launch filmed, edited and uploaded, and then I can send an email out. Hopefully we can make that a premiere for some time tonight, but to do that I really need to get that done. So we will work on that, and then I will get back to you when we're ready to do something else. I'm busy opening this package from Create & Craft, which is all the samples. Hate the use of bubble wrap, but I have to say what I do with the bubble wrap is I never purchase any, but any that comes to me I reuse. Look at this. Oh my word. I am absolutely thinking mixed media. What? Sorry, how someone can get so excited about cardboard, I don't know, but that is just... We're going to try and fit that in the box, because remember, I'm only allowed to keep it if I can fit it in the box. So yeah, this will be getting fit in the box even if I have to remove something else, because oh, I'm excited. I want to play with mixed media now, but that's not on my list for today. Oh well. Right. That would also make a really fab reel, wouldn't it? Because you could actually go like this and show your face between it and then do a transition. Right, anyway. In the box, just. Oh, can't wait to play with that. I'm sorry, very squint. Don't know what that camera angle's about. There we go, it's better. the wires. Hate wires. And this is trying to come to life. So, discombobulated. I feel like I'm always discombobulated when I talk to you. So, I just had someone phone me. It was a friend. That was fine. And spoke to them for a while. So I was on the phone. I checked my emails before I went back to making a video. And I got an email from our current website provider. And I currently pay... I think I pay £90 a month plus another 30, so I pay about £120 a month for my website. And I've just had an email for him to say that all the work they do in the background, that it's not covering the costs of my website, and so they need to change my contract. My contract's up and they need to change my contract, and it's now going to be £120 plus VAT. That makes that £150, and I presume I've still got this extra 30 odd pound to pay, so that's now £180 a month for a website, and I can't actually afford that at all. So I've just phoned my husband in a bad panic, and we were probably going to have to move over to Shopify. I have looked at other people that are on Shopify. Some of my favourite creators are on Shopify, like Catnip and Emily Harvey Art. I know I have a lot of products, so that might kind of factor in. Sorry, that's really annoying me. That might factor in. And I think Shopify is one of these things that there's kind of like a standard rate, and the more elements you want to your website, you have to pay for. But to be honest, we can probably go up to like £120 odd a month, and it'd still be what I pay now. And we'd have full control. Because the other thing that's really annoying about my website is every time I want anything done, I have to contact them. Anytime I want to add a plugin, I have to contact them. And it's been really frustrating because there's things that I've wanted to change or edit, and I can't because I know I'm going to get smacked with a fee from them. But then they got me started, and I do love my website. So I could now be building a website, and I don't have time. I've got a big long list, and I know the stress of building a website. So I've just been on the phone to my husband going, we might have to build a website really, really quick. So he's not sent the contract through. I don't know how long the contract will be for. There's no way I'm signing up for another 18 months or whatever. So, but I will need time to build something. So when he sends that through, we can have a look at what he's saying and see if he will work with us a little bit to give us, maybe allow us to pay that fee for a month or so while we try and build probably most likely a Shopify website. Yeah. So that's not fun. Anyway, now I'm going to have to sound all light and enthusiastic and try and finish my video. Ugh. Business is never simple. It's never simple. I think I might make a cup of tea. Make a cup of tea. Yeah. Tea fixes everything. And then we'll attempt to finish this video. I have stopped for a bit to get lunch. As you may have noticed, the costume changed, but I'm frozen. So I've ended up getting my jumper. Hubby and I have been looking at Shopify. Yeah. We will do a bit more research. I think we will need to pay. I think like for Shopify, you've got your basic plan and then you pay for extra plugins. And I think we'll have to pay for quite a few extra, but in all honesty, paying for some of those, I think we'll have to pay for the amount of variations. I think in the standard plan you can only have like 3 variations per product. In some of my physical products I have up to 8 variations. I have a lot more in my digital ones, but for the digital ones, in all honesty, I could just bundle them together, as in make it one collection and then have single images in a different section of the website. So that, I'm not too worried about that. What's the other thing that I'll need to pay for? Probably need to pay for a plugin for digital, for the storage of digital images. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, fun. And the good side, I do quite fancy one of those counters. Shopify counters. I know Catnip have got one, and Emily Harvey Art has got one. Research is kind of showing that apparently there's not a huge amount of support for Shopify, but I've spoken to one of my business friends and she uses it and she's great, and I watched lots of vlogs and loads of people seem to use it. So I think that is definitely where we are angling. It's just it wasn't in the plans to do that just now, and I'm trying to do a launch. So anyway, I have been waffling to you for 2.5 minutes just to say I've had lunch. Kezia's getting on great. I've had a couple of messages from her. She's had sent me a message to go, the food is so good. So I think she was very excited. She had a donut for break. That is very excited by that. And she sent me a picture of pizza and a chocolate muffin, which is what she's having for lunch. So at the minute she seems to be so distracted by how amazing the food is. She seems to be getting on okay. But when I pick her up at 3:30, we'll find out how she's got on. So I'm going to keep working on editing this video. If we could get this edited and uploaded, I've decided I'm not going to do a premiere. I'm just going to edit it, upload it, get it on the website. Get it on YouTube. Then I can send an email, and then I don't have to worry about the fact of not giving people not enough notice to find out that it's a premiere. So we'll do that, and then hopefully we can still get the other stuff ticked off. There's only one thing ticked off so far, but this was a big job and that's a big job. All the other ones should be kind of faster. Anywho, let's get editing. So I'm sat in the car because I'm about to do the school pickup, a different school to normal because she's done her transition day. She's not due out for another 10 minutes, but there is both a secondary school and a primary school that this car park is used for, plus a doctor's and like a few little corner shops. So I'd imagine that at pickup time it gets really busy. I mean, it's 10 minutes before the school bell goes and there was already only 2 spaces left, and yeah, so I thought I don't want to come down while it's absolutely horrid, so I've come down a little bit earlier. But I do have my iPad, so I'm going to work on editing some photos for the next 10 minutes, and then I think it'll be just to find out about her day, grab a cup of tea, and then get stuff off the list. I have finished editing the video, it's currently rendering, so we will get that uploaded to YouTube when I get back. I've got a couple of orders from Create and Craft still to pack, so we will do that and get those dispatched. And then the other things on that list, there was quite a lot to do. I need to do a carousel for Instagram and send out an email and some other things I need to order, but those should be sort of more quick fire jobs. So hopefully we're on track to get everything finished. For now, I'm just going to do a little bit of editing. Hello, good morning. So it is Wednesday. Charleston went well, so yeah, she got on great at high school. It was fine. She's exhausted. She's gone today. If she can manage today as well, I will be delighted. Tomorrow they're doing some sort of sports event, which she's not going to be taking part in anyway. She was going to be helping with face painting and distributing juice, so I'm not too worried if we don't manage that. But yeah, all going well. So yesterday, this was the list for yesterday, and got all of it done bar ordering stickers, which I've also not designed yet. So basically I am wanting to up level the JMC brand, so as well as kind of we've pulled back on the amount of launches that we're doing. I will also want to elevate the brand, so we are now going to be wrapping your orders with nice tissue paper, which will have a sticker, and that's what the stickers are for. I've got boxes instead of the jiffy bags. Yeah, so we're just going to try and elevate it a little bit. So I've ordered all of that. The stickers, I do really need to get onto them because we're launching on Tuesday, which is less than a week, but also I really need a full day of filming. So we've got Dawn and Julia Create going out on Saturday, which I haven't done yet. And in my head I was going to do a flower design, but actually I might see if I can use one of the fruitropolis houses, because that'd be 2 birds with 1 stone. And I really want to finish the 5 medium thing, 1 image 5 mediums. So that's planned today. It's going to be a lot of filming. if we can get those two filmed, I'll be happy with that for today. And that gives me tomorrow to try and at least edit. I need to have the Dawn and Julia Create edited and uploaded by Friday because I'm going to my mum's for the weekend. So that's the plan. Let's just get going. Oh, before I get going, I also want to film a quick transition reel with the thing that I did on Monday, the art journal page that I did on Monday. So I will film that just because that should have been done yesterday whilst I had my face on and I didn't do it. So I need to quickly do that, and then we have a short for tonight, which would be good. So I will do that. And yeah, let's just get filming. I'm going to be creating mosaics with paper. It's not something I've done before. Not quite sure how I feel about it, but yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, I didn't film any of it, but I have done the Dawn and Julia Create. I'm just gonna, I've put kind of glossy accents on it. I have gone way off the brief. I've covered the brief, but also gone way off the brief, so I could be very on the naughty step. I thought hubby had fixed my chair, but it's still really wobbly. Anywho, so that's done. It's currently 12:15, so I'm going to grab a cuppa and then get started on the next video. So yeah, this was mosaics with tiny, tiny pieces of paper. It took forever. And then when I did it, I don't really like it, so then I started paper piecing and adding bits on it that weren't really supposed to be there. But anyway, hopefully Dawn will let me off with it. But for now, cup of tea! Hello and welcome to Friday. So, as you may have noticed, we lost all of Thursday. Kezia didn't quite manage her third transition day. She is exhausted. She's gone to school today, but she literally looks white as a sheet and she's exhausted. But as a result, I lost a whole day. Hubby was out in the evening as well, so I didn't get any work done in the evening. So we are so far behind. Gutted, because I really wanted to make this launch work, and I was doing this whole comparison thing, and I have not given this launch that it's intended. My social media strategy was that I would be on my stories every day, that I'd be posting stuff, and the content that I was sharing was quite specific. And I have some great ideas for some reels, and I've not even been able to film those, and I'm just really, really gutted. Really good. And on top of that, I'm now trying to migrate a website, so I think we're going to look to find a new hosting platform for a WooCommerce website. So we are trying to do that, and if we can't run it ourselves, it seems that WooCommerce is more difficult to run by yourself, so I'm not sure that we'll have the skill set for that, but at least it will kind of get it over without us having to pay £200 a month. And if we manage that'll be fine. If not, we can be slowly building a Shopify one in the background and transfer it once we've had time to build it and make it all nice. Whereas like trying to build a website in a week when it's just probably not doable. Whereas if this might be a workable solution in between time. So it's just been really stressful, and I kind of thought, right, we're doing less launches, I'm going to have more time to focus, and I just feel like no matter what I do, I'm still running by the seat of my pants. Anyway, I have to try and film this video. The idea of the video is it's one image, 5 mediums. That's colouring the same image 5 times, so that is going to be very time consuming. I have about 2 3/4 hours before I pick my dam up from school, so we're definitely not going to get it done in that amount of time, but we'll see how much we do manage to get done. If I feel like I've done a fair chunk of it, I might be able to come down for another hour or so and try and finish it. Then I can edit it at my mum's and it could still go up. So that is the plan. But first of all, I have to voice over the Dawn and Julia Create. That is all done and edited. I did that up at the house yesterday. So it's only a 6-minute video, shouldn't take too long to voice over, and we can get that uploaded. So that is the plan for today. Okay, so I'm actually standing up to film this one, purely because my camera is here and we use a webcam, and I want to get the filming as close as possible. And although I can do that in editing, you lose the quality a little bit. The only thing is when I am standing to craft, the desk does have a wobble. It'll be fine for the overhead camera, but we might have problems when it comes filming to the side camera because that one is actually attached to the desk. So this one's attached to the desk. So I'm just going to have to see how much movement we get when we film from the side. Otherwise, it's going to be a real pain. I have taken a note of how high the desk is, but it means we're going to have to be regularly going in and fiddling with the settings to make sure that everything is in focus. I have the watercolour one sort of started and drying over there because obviously you do require drying time. So the watercolour one will probably weave through the video. It's not something I've done in the past, but looking at the likes of Sarah Rennie Clark, she quite often does that. She works on individual projects, but then she has one that weaves through, and that's really clever editing because it makes the viewer watch. So quite often with the YouTube videos that I have, there's a big drop after the first few minutes, so that can keep attention going. But I will also be time stamping this one because obviously we are using 5 different mediums. There might be people that want to see the crayons but are quite confident with alcohol markers, so I will be time stamping this video. But I think I'm going to start off with alcohol markers because I'm the most confident with those, so we will start getting that one done. I'm going to say goodbye and I will see you guys next week where we will be launching. Whether we are ready or not, we're launching on Tuesday. We're going to be launching and trying to migrate a website at the same time. Great fun. So we've got all of that to sort out. I think we might be having to look at a post-launch strategy because the launch hasn't gone as planned. But that will all be for next week. Also for next week, it will be the last week of school term. Although I don't know how much difference that will actually make because she's been off school for pretty much all of the last term. All of the last 2 terms actually. But anyway, so we will be trying to balance the school holidays and getting some work done. So that'll be fun. But anyway, I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend and I'll see you again.